you've got somebody who is really struggling with motivation, struggling to put the effort in, like, then what do you do? What would you do to, they still want to come and train and they've still got particular goals, say, what would be your workaround? Like, what would you do to inspire?
Public humiliation. No, I'm joking. You know it would. It depends. Like, yeah, you've got to tap in. Like, so I have a philosophy of, with me, and I've been quite wrongly, like, I've never worried about effort because I've always tried the hardest. Like, no matter what I'm doing, if I'm going to do it, I will run until I'm sick. Effort is not something that I struggle with, and pain tolerance isn't something I struggle with. I think that comes from a rugby background. Like, you get used to being hurt and being physical and comfortable. But then for me, in my head, if I'm during a session and I'm physically uncomfortable, I know that I'm going to adapt. That's going to bring about physiological change that I want. But in terms of tapping into people's motivation, you've got to find out that if your reason why is strong enough, it doesn't matter how hard the task, you will get it done. I think that's one thing. It does take a bit of time to tap into people's reason why. Sometimes they won't have a reason why, or a real one that's really apparent to them. But in terms of motivation, there's loads of different factors that will go into it. But to brush on something obviously goal orientated, you've got to set goals, but it's got to be something that they need to achieve for them in terms of, like, so with a client,
it's like attainable, making goals hard but attainable.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I don't want to brush over like the whole smart thing of, like, when you go on a PT course. So like they make a goal smart, like, if you are familiar with the acronym. But he has got to be achievable. But then it's got to be so far out. And if somebody's not, it's quite good when somebody's been there before. If they've been really lean before, or they've been physically where they want to be before, you remind them of them. But then they think their limit is there, which is quite hard to tell people. No, actually, your limit is there. You can push yourself. If you ask somebody to put their hand up as high as you can, they'll do that. And then tell them to put it higher, they'll do that. So it's like, well, that wasn't your highest, was it?
Yeah.
So it's to find that limit.
Reserve type of thing.
Yeah, exactly. They'll always do that. And it's human nature. You're always holding back slightly.
And I guess, would you say your job as a coach is to bring that out of people? I guess that's the main one of the main things, to make people realise that it is possible.
Yeah, absolutely. And I explain to everybody, your brain will give up way before your body will.
100%.
Like, I have a scale, and it makes people scared. I say, you'll throw up, you'll pass out, and then you'll die. Like, you unless you go through those two things, say, oh my God, my heart's beating out my chest, I think I'm going to die. It's like, no, you will throw up first.
Up first.
You will then pass out. Yeah. And then you will die. Like,